Hello everyone. We all have those people in our lives who just seem to push our buttons and make everything a little more difficult. Whether it's a coworker, a family member, or a friend, dealing with difficult people can be exhausting and frustrating. But, as much as we may want to avoid them or wish they would go away, they're not going anywhere. So, what can we do? First and foremost, it's important to remember that difficult people are just that, difficult. It doesn't mean they're bad people or that they don't have any good qualities. It just means that they have their own challenges and struggles. And sometimes those challenges and struggles cause them to behave in ways that are difficult for us to deal with. So, try to have some empathy and understanding for them. How I personally struggle with difficult people. I have always struggled with difficult people. It seemed like no matter where I went or who I interacted with, there was always someone who seemed to be looking for a fight or a disagreement. At first, I tried to avoid these people as much as possible. I would distance myself from them and try to steer clear of any situations where I might have to interact with them. But eventually, I realized that this was not a sustainable solution. I couldn't avoid difficult people forever, and I needed to learn how to deal with them in a healthy and productive way, especially in my workspace. So, I began to seek out resources and advice on how to handle difficult people, read books and articles on the subject, and even sought out the help of a therapist to work through my struggles with assertiveness and conflict resolution. Over time, I began to develop strategies for dealing with difficult people. I learned to listen to their concerns and to validate their feelings, even if I didn't agree with them. I also learned to set boundaries and to communicate my needs clearly and assertively. As I practiced these skills, I found that I was much better equipped to handle difficult people. I was no longer afraid to stand up for myself. Also, I was able to effectively communicate my needs and boundaries. And as I became more confident in my ability to handle difficult people, I began to notice a shift in the way others treated me. They were more likely to respect my boundaries and listen to my perspective, which made for much more harmonious relationships. I learned that dealing with difficult people is not easy, but with the right strategies and mindset, it is possible to navigate these challenges and build stronger, more respectful relationships. How to deal with difficult people. We've all dealt with difficult people at one time or another. Whether it's a coworker, family member, friend, or even a stranger, certain people just make life harder than it needs to be. Here are 10 tips for dealing with difficult people. Number 1. Don't take it personally. Just because someone is being difficult doesn't mean they're doing it to spite you. Sometimes people are just having a bad day and taking it out on those around them. Number 2. Be patient. Dealing with difficult people can be frustrating, but try to remain patient. Getting angry will only make the situation worse. Number 3. Keep your cool. It can be difficult to keep your cool when someone is purposely trying to push your buttons, but it's important to remain calm. Losing your temper will only make you look bad. Number 4. Avoid getting defensive. If someone is trying to start an argument, it's important to avoid getting defensive. This will only escalate the situation. Number 5. Don't stoop to their level. If someone is being rude or disrespectful, don't stoop to their level by responding in kind. This will only make you look bad. Number 6. Try to see things from their perspective. Sometimes people are difficult because they're coming from a place of pain or insecurity. If you can try to see things from their perspective, it might help you to understand them better. Number 7. Be assertive. It's important to be assertive when dealing with difficult people. This doesn't mean being aggressive, but rather standing up for yourself in a respectful way. Number 8. Set boundaries. If someone is repeatedly crossing your boundaries, it's important to set some firm limits. Otherwise, they will continue to take advantage of you. Number 9. Seek professional help. If you're having difficulty dealing with someone in your life, it might be helpful to seek professional help. A therapist can help you to understand and deal with the situation in a healthy way. Number 10. Walk away. Sometimes the best thing you can do when dealing with a difficult person is to simply walk away. This isn't always possible. But if it is, it might be the best solution. Dealing with difficult people can be challenging, but it is a necessary skill to have in any situation. Whether it is a coworker, a family member, or a stranger, it is important to find ways to manage difficult behavior and maintain a positive and respectful relationship. Ultimately, dealing with difficult people requires a combination of assertiveness, communication skills, and empathy. By finding ways to manage the behavior and maintain a positive relationship, you can create a more harmonious and productive environment for everyone involved. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.